out to Hoop Jargon, man. I'm gonna add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon. Shout out to
Hoop Jargon, man.
Yes, shout out to Hoop Jargon. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. First and foremost, let me say that, man. You could have been anywhere, but you're rocking with your boy. And before I go into the interview that I had with Lavar, I'm gonna monologue a bit. And here's the reason why. In life, man, you're gonna take L's, you're gonna have gains. And it's important you keep your head with you, man. Let me give a shout out to the chats real quick, man. Shout out to the homie Leopard Kayla. Shout out to the homie King C, bright and early. Shout out to TB as well. Appreciate y'all showing up early. Nice and punctual like I like it. Logan Sullivan, always loyal to the channel. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Ghost in the building. Yeah, everybody here. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all. Really, I really do, man. I do these on my off days, and so, I don't stream as much as normal YouTubers. I do have a demanding job. However, when I got free time, man, I always want to hop on here and spit whatever game I got to y'all. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. But anyway, like with me monologuing, in anything in life, man, it's going to be about being prepared. It's going to be wins and losses you're going to take to get to where you're going to get. And in this case, I got a crazy opportunity. As you know, my channel is doing okay. Not where obviously I want it to be. It's monetized. I got loyal people who come to the page, and I appreciate all of y'all. But sometimes in life, I got the opportunity, on a smaller channel, and it didn't go. I got a chance to go meet Big Baller, and nobody gets opportunities because he is very, very to himself. He doesn't give a lot of guys opportunity to speak with him, especially come to his house. So with that being said, I'm privy to information that a lot of people don't have, and that's why I want to have this Q&A session, so y'all can, man, whatever questions y'all got, I want y'all to stream them out, and I'm gonna answer them to the best of my ability. So, and we're taking wins and losses. I made a fatal mistake. I went and bought a camera. Let me go get my camera real quick. I'll be right back. When I got a nice camera, man, got my little Canon EOS thing, man, and I cashed out, right? I knew the opportunity was greater than me using my iPhone, which I normally do. And with learning new technology, I fumbled the bag, y'all. And here's how I fumbled the bag. So I took all this footage of Lavar, and I put the thing out yesterday with him talking about Kyrie Irving and ownership. We did the interview literally minutes after that. And tell me why my mic came out of my thing. So I got all this great footage with Lavar Ball. We sat down for 30 minutes to talk. 30. He doesn't give a lot of time for interviews, man, and he gave me 30. And it's all visual, no audio. Ain't that something? So, but again, the show must go on. Now, I spent about a good 30 minutes punching the air like, you gotta be kidding me, man. So I was very upset last week, but I had to get over it because you know what? There's people starving somewhere. There are people dying somewhere, and I'm not starving, and I ain't die. So you got to move forward. The show got to move on. And so I did want to show, because people like receipts. And I don't think I can. I don't think I can recover it. I tried to send it to my boy who's really good with editing. I tried it myself, and yeah, man, it's one of them things, and maybe, I get opportunity to sit down with Lavar again in the near future. So we'll see. But, you got to roll. So with that being said, I'm going to do my share screen so I can talk about what we talked about in the interview. And if you got any questions, let them roll. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all live at 5 right now. That's what's up. All right, so let me do my share screen right now. All right, boom, boom. Getting proficient at this at this what's this StreamYard thing. All right, so let's go ahead without further ado. So you can hear like a static background. That's all you can hear, static. But as you see, the synergies there. So me and LaVar talked a lot about family, business. We talked about life. And so one thing I didn't want to do when I talked to him is just ask him like, and this was before when LiAngelo was rumored to be on the summer league team, I believe. So I didn't want to just ask him spitfire questions about just, hey, what do you think about Lonzo? What do you think about LaMelo? I just wanted to talk to him as a man because generally speaking, you connect harder with people when you connect with them on a personal level. So one of the things he talked about a lot was the importance of family, man. And I want to say this. A lot of people think, you know, if you watch Ball in the Family, that it's a little contrived, like nobody's family is like that. And I want to say his family is like that. They like that all the way. They are not fake. They are a group of people who love each other, who support the boys since they was like little boys. And they never had a chance to mess up. The boys didn't have a chance to mess up. They didn't do street stuff. Like in LaVar from South Central, he's like, man, I did all that, so they ain't gotta worry about stuff like that. And I think that's a valuable lesson to a lot of us, you know, who have children, that you gotta be on point, man. You have to surround your kids with love so much that the chance of them failing is very, very hard. It's very hard for them to fail because you've put them in such a great opportunity to succeed. And I think in our community, we kind of dropped the ball a little bit on that because we just want them you throw you into the fire and then you shake out how you shake out, you sink or swim. And I understand the logic. But when you put that buffer with your kids, you have an opportunity for them to grow and with little margin of failure. Let me put it that way. And so and the subject matter turned it to, us discussing the importance of ownership. And he talked, when we dropped a little bit of gems about that. And I would say this, Lavar Ball is a very direct guy. And one thing I learned about, dealing with him is he going to get to the point. He does not parse his words at all. He doesn't consider somebody else's feelings. Lavar lives in his own world, and it's my way or it's not your way. So if you remember back with the Christine Leahy situation, when he told her to stay in her lane, Lavar would say that to a 90-year-old woman, a 90-year-old man, like who can barely walk. He would tell him to stay in his lane. And the analogy Lavar made was like, so if we driving and you not staying in your lane, you weaving out of lanes, that's going to cause friction. That's going to cause chaos. So everybody needs to stay in his lane. He said too, like, I stay in my lane. Lavar eat, like, and it's funny. So he made us breakfast, me and Ball Facts, that is. Really good cook, by the way. And he's like, he eat the same thing every day. He don't eat nothing. I told him, like, man, you got to eat some gumbo, man. I'm gonna hook you up with some gumbo. He's like, nah, I don't eat that. Like, he is who he is. He stays in his lane. And that's what he means. And so when somebody can, and you see, I got my notepad out, and I'm not a nervous interviewer. Like, I don't care who I'm in front of. I think I can interview anybody at this point. But, I want to make sure it was no dead spots in the interview. So I did have things written down. It got to a point, and you'll watch me. I just throw it out like, all right, we don't need this. So I believe in, and I've talked to DKM about this when I interview people. I let them talk. I mean, y'all hear me talk all the time. So if I'm doing an interview, y'all want to hear LaVar talk. So that was my strategy. I didn't want to overtalk him because I know y'all know what I mean. You'll watch some interviews and the guy who is interviewing is trying to take the shine away from the person who's there. And what I've always, it frustrates me as a listener is like, dude, I listen to you all the time. Like, this is your guest. Let him talk. And shout out to my boy, Mikhail Gladness, who played for the Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors back when LeBron and Steph Curry were there. He gave me, I let him talk, man. And he's not a big talker like that. But y'all were there to watch him. And shout out to everybody who was on that chat. So anywho, so me and LaVar, we talked about that aspect of it. Again, that's how he is, man. LaVar is like he's a hilarious dude, man. Like, so all this stuff you see, and I had another YouTube video that was very successful. It was a short with me and LaVar discussing, like, well, it was me, LaVar, DeJuan, and Ball Facts. We were all there, but in the frame, all you saw was me and LaVar with a TV screen and LaVar. But it's almost like 120K views. It's like 20 seconds, but that's how he is, man. Like, and I just was like, my phone was on the screen. I just panned over to LaVar. He was just ready to go with a classic one-liner. Like, it was not prepared at all. And the video's doing well. So, shout out to LaVar with that, man. He is always ready. He is TV made ready. And one thing he says that he understands at a high clip is that this is entertainment, y'all. This when he goes on sports shows, he knows it's entertainment. So all the projections that people put on his boys that, oh man, you made it hard, oh you made it too much pressure. He's like, man, that ain't pressure. Pressure is when you can't eat in the morning, when you got to figure out where you're gonna eat, when you got to know where to stay. That's pressure. When you got to pay a bill that you don't have the money for, that's pressure. LaVar Ball said there ain't no such thing as pressure. They just go out there playing basketball. That's something I've been teaching them their whole life. And so I will say he's real big proponent. But then I'll say this too. This is some nugget of knowledge. He was saying he had them playing up their whole year. I mean, their whole life. Like, as you know, when you play AAU, everybody plays. They generally play down, or high school guys, you keep them a year late. He let LaMelo skip 8th grade to go play up with his brothers, right? And he's like, when Lonzo and them were younger, he had them at 11 years old playing like 16U. And everybody was like, dang, who's 11 years old? Who's 12? His boys. Because the way he sees it is, if you have them playing against optimum talent early, when they play against talent their own age, it's easy. And shit, you produce 3 NBA players who can say that strategy is off. Man, that's my pet peeve interview. Let the person interview talk. Yeah, that's the thing, man. As much as y'all may love Hoop Jargon, man, if Lord for me, it sucked that the audio wasn't, on point for this video. But you're not coming there for me. You're coming to hear LaVar Ball. And that's what always is in my mind, man. You want to hear the guest, not me. Even if it's somebody you're not familiar with, you just want to hear what they're talking about. You want to hear their perspective. So I always try to alley-oop to my interviewee. It's never about me. It's never about me. All right. Appreciate Obasi. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, so and as we started talking about with that, and he was talking about how his boys are super close. And I would say this, y'all. He really believes his boys are going to play together. And he's very unabashingly about that. Like, he's not saying it just for, excuse me, for shock value. He's not saying it for anything selfish. But one thing he told me is GMs are starting to listen to him now. So if you remember, like, you've kind of seen the sideshow as far as the upper brass, but people are actually listening to him now. So it's not a far-fetched thing. And now I heard some whispers outside of the Ball family. I don't know how true it is, but that Lonzo went a little rogue, that he was supposed to have gone to Charlotte, and that may have been why LaMelo tweeted out, bro, WTF, and he deleted the tweet, if y'all remember that, after Lonzo signed. So there's some conjecture now. I don't know how true that is. But he wants all the boys together. And that Saturday, I want to say probably around 3-4 o'clock, Lonzo pulled up to the mansion. And Lonzo, he always got the poker face, man. He never really shows his hand. But, and we asked him about, what you think, man? Where you going? He's like, man, he said, I'm just waiting for Monday. That's all I got to say. I'm just waiting for Monday. That's what he kept saying. I'm waiting for Monday. And that was going to be the start of free agency. So I don't think he really alluded to anything because Alonzo's real stoic, man. He's just like his father, man. He's a shrewd operator, man. And so I didn't really get a lot out of that. I was supposed to get a picture with Zoe. I forgot. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I came to so everybody was outside the little side house, and I was in there, handling business on the toilet. I don't need to go no more graphic than that. So Ball Facts had already went outside, and the one was outside. Los, Joe, and then Zoe pulled up in LaVar. And I was in there still, handling business. And then they came in there and got me. And they was like, oh, hey, man, Lonzo out here. You want to meet you? I was like, oh, shit, all right. I didn't expect, he never promised none of the boys would be there. So, and I figured you build a relationship, I'll meet them when time comes. I wasn't there for that. I didn't want to just see the whole, I didn't want to bombard and like be a lame, basically. But yeah, so I got to sit down and talk to LaVar. Well, talk to Zoe, rather. Well, not sit down, but we was all standing outside, and he stayed about 10 minutes, and he got to whatever business was paying him. And then I got to meet Tina formally. Tina is a very, very warm-spirited woman, man. She is a worthy person of respect, and Tina was a hooper, and she still has that personality as a hooper, man. And I hate this so much, y'all. I had the funniest. Well, you know what? Again, as I'm talking, let me go ahead and pull up the audio of me interviewing Tina, because it helps you see the whole dynamic of how their family is. Because Tina was a hooper in her own regard. She has records at Cal State, LA, and so she has a very competitive spirit. And so, with that being said, I asked her, man, and it was such a funny soundbite, man, about what her opinion was, who the better basketball player was, her or Lavar. And she had a great response, man. And her response was, no, she said it was her. And then she gave that look like, are we even asking this question? So because as you know, Tina suffered a stroke 4 years ago, and so she's still building her speech up, and she's getting to that point where she can communicate, more fluidly. So she kind of relegated to short answer questions, but she's still, the personality is still there. You can see that, and she gets frustrated because she can't say the words that she really wants to say, because she is a very bright woman. It's just, if you can't communicate, it just makes it a lot frustrating in that capacity. But I'm gonna find the video of me and Tina sitting down. You know what? Okay, it's taking too long, so I'm just gonna let this ride. I think y'all get the idea. I think y'all know I ain't capping at this point. But I asked her a question that a lot of people would probably want to know. I was like, so how is it with LaVar, man? Is it intimidating because of his big personality? Because I got to say this. Everywhere LaVar goes, as far as his family, they all look up to him like, oh, LaVar's here. LaVar, like, he just takes over the room. I've seen him take over about 5 rooms in that day. He took over about 5 rooms, man. And it's because people love how he is. And I know I'm going on a side tangent, but I'm thinking as I'm talking, because I got to remember the day. But LaVar was saying, man, I've been a crowd pleaser my whole life. I know my personality. I'm gonna get people gonna like me, or they gonna gravitate towards me. So I understand that. That's why his whole thing is, people say that, oh man, he always in the front. He don't let his boys get no shine, and that's not really it. His boys aren't really talkers like that. I mean, LaMelo kind of has the personality, but LaVar is like the provocateur of all this. He's the P.T. Barnum, and he accepts that. And so some people view it as him doing too much. The way LaVar sees it is, he is the catalyst to promote his boys, and he'll take all the brunt from the media and let them just go play ball. He taught them to play basketball, and that's all he cares about, is them playing basketball, not all that extra shit. Now, I will say Zoe and Jello are rapping, and it's pretty damn good, man. You know me, I told him, like, when I first met him, man. Well, he actually said, he like, Hoop, man, I heard you the opinionated person. I like, yeah, you're right. Y'all know me from the Hoop Jargon, the group. Y'all know how I am, man. I don't parse my words at all. Y'all know me. Shout out to Mel, man, faithful Hoop Jargon member. She says, where's the audio? So yeah, I let in with that. So I fumbled the bag on this. My microphone wasn't working. So this 30 minutes of me sitting down with LaVar, it's like the interview that never happened. So I'm just recapping what we talked about, how the family is, just give y'all some personal insight that this dude is who he says he is. And from what I observed, hang with him all Saturday, and then about half the day or part of the day on Sunday at the Drew League game. So I'm just giving my opinion about, what I see, what I've seen, and what he is. Yeah, no, it sucks, man. I can say I spend about a day punching air when I knew this audio was gonna work, but I had to pick myself up, man, because the show must go on, man. The show must always go on, no matter what. You keep your wits about yourself, and I think that should be a life lesson to all y'all listening. Appreciate all y'all who are listening to this content, man, because you could have clicked off like, oh man, this ain't no audio, and could have clicked off, man. But I appreciate y'all, I really do. So we talked about how LaVar is, and I asked Tina, so how has it been with LaVar, with this big personality? And she said, pussy cat. She called LaVar pussy cat, and everybody was dying laughing in the background, man. And so that's it's crazy how that dynamic is, and it's crazy that she said that LaVar in the back just dying laughing. And he said after the interview, me and Ballflex both interviewed Tina, and go to Ballflex channel if you want to hear her speaking. I didn't plan to interview Tina, but LaVar wanted. I also interviewed Tina's parents, Noonie and Big Bobby. Really, really solid people, really cool people, man. They taking me in, and Noni listens to my channel all the time. And she saw me, she knew exactly who I was. I was like, damn, I didn't think I was no celebrity. Like, you sure you don't think I'm Lamar Odom? She's like, oh, you look so much better in person. Like she was like, I'm like, you know, it's always those humbling moments, man, when you all here just on YouTube and you think it doesn't. Well, let me say this. You don't know who watches your stuff and you don't know how it impacts your life or somebody else's life. Let me put it that way. Because, you know, at one point, Hoop Jargon, the YouTube entity, my people from the group didn't really come over immediately. So I had to form a whole new audience. They ain't know nothing about Hoop Jargon. And the ironic part of it is I got like, 4,000 members in Hoop Jargon, the Facebook group. It's been going 10 years. And now Obasi's in here, Mel's in here, Alex is here, so Christian G is always here. So my members are kind of here, but it wasn't how I thought. I had to come out here and grind my page up with people who, you know, who come and patronize my page now, like Logan, like 47, like Macarena, like y'all Logan. I said Logan, said his name twice. Shanky02, Sandra, y'all be on the stream, man. The Ghost as of late. I've been noticing your TB on there. King C always showing love. So I had to get a whole new audience, which was, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little mad because when I watched some other pages, I'm gonna always think my shit is the best. Now I know my production ain't the best because I just don't have the ability to do it. But as far as my commentary, I was like, man, I gotta do this. And I see some other people who just talk about, in my opinion, I'll leave names out of it, just talk about bullshit. And you got all these people following, but you gotta have a following, man. You can't just hop into a space arrogant and think people gonna follow you just cause. Nah, that ain't how it goes. So I appreciate everybody who patronizes pages, and this so happens that, you know, Lonzo's and LiAngelo's grandmother watched my shit all the time. And I think that's super dope, man. It's super dope. And she knew who I was. You got 3 NBA grandsons and you starstruck by saying me. So that was a great moment, man. I will say that was a great moment. It's a humbling moment, and it made me just want to just get on there and make more content, man. All they say, my brother, your time will come again. Dope experience. Yeah, man. The experience was dope, man. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. Eli Scott was a cool dude. He a little humble. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I mean, in this, when you be in these spaces, man. Now here's a double-edged sword. And shout out to my boy C Hendo for this. He say, don't meet your heroes, because sometimes when you meet people in real life, you gonna see who they really are. And I think a lot of people was speaking on how Kobe was. Kobe was not the greatest person to meet because he is very much in tune to what he's doing and not much else. Meaning, if you come into him with some groupie shit, he gonna tell you something good. You understand me? So he wasn't that kind of guy to just do it. I would say with LaVar Ball is either, man, he rocking with you or he don't want nothing to do with you. And he was saying, like, you know, y'all got opportunity that Fox can't get no more. They can't get me to come do an interview. I don't want nothing to do with him. He has some hilarious backstories now. Some of those I won't share on live, but I'll say this. LaVar Ball has let his nuts hang on Jason Whitlock behind the scenes, Chris Carter behind the scenes, and who else? Jason Whitlock, Chris Carter. And I want to say Shannon Sharp. Because it's funny, they talk all this shit online, and this not even LaVar telling the story. This is DeJuan telling the story. That all them dudes end up apologizing to LaVar. So it's funny how they play a role on camera, but behind the scenes, because you know here's reality, guys. People respect an alpha male at the end of the day. You walk into a place, you own the place. They may not like what you got to say, but they gonna respect it, and that's how LaVar is, man. So, that you know, well, I'll keep monologuing, but feel free, guys. I see it's 14 of y'all live on here. Ask me anything y'all want to ask about how he is, or how the family is, or what you think was going on with the players, and I'll answer that as honestly and objectively as I can. Let's see. Go says LaVar Ball. Damn it disappeared your comment. Sorry, it's a little delayed. LaVar Ball's an OG, looks up for his sons and really cares about his sons' success on and off the court. Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you even more. LaVar wants his kids to be billionaires off the Big Baller brand. the way he describes it is that NBA money, that's play money. And we've seen this work because Marshawn Lynch, with his whole career, never spent a game check. So all this extra money you get, that's what builds your wealth. And he plans to be, LaVar himself plans to be a billionaire in 3 years, is what he said. He said, I've been running hard behind the scenes. I'm 50-some years old. At 55, I'm retiring a billionaire. That's how he thinks. And if y'all don't know, y'all see, I think the media likes to put a lot of they put the brothers against each other. They act like they're going against the father. Jello has a house on the property out there in Chino Hills. They're building one for LaMelo and they're building one for Lonzo. The kids are always home. So they got a place to call home. So they always rocking with their dad. Y'all remember draft day? They got the picture when LaMelo got drafted. Everybody together, huddled up, number 3 pick. No, it was the rookie of the year. When he got rookie of the year, I'm sorry. And then that's what the Told You So started. I believe that's how it happened, right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But they're a unit, man. They're a unit. And them dogs are scary as shit. Them dogs big as hell, man. They're like little baby bears. It's funny. They are ferocious when you are by them when you're not around LaVar or Tina or whatever. But when you're by them, they're some little pussycats. But when they can't see them dogs do their job, boy. That's some ferocious ass dogs. Let me say that. They got 2 Rottweilers. I forget the names of them. But if you watch the show Ball and the Family, you saw them grow up as like little not pit bull puppies, but Rottweiler puppies. All right, let's see. The way ESPN tried to do him and take him off the whole Molly thing was uncalled for. This man has a wife, yes, and me and him talked about that. And I'll say more of my opinion on that. Man, I've seen Molly Kieran in real life. She ain't that attractive, man. They did the first taping in Dallas before the Dallas and Giants season opener 3 years ago, and everybody was going wild over Molly Kieran. And I was just evaluating what I saw. I was like, she kind of bad built a little bit, and I think dudes think exotic is fine, and I didn't find her to be that attractive. I'm sorry, and I was like right by the stage. I'm like right up front. I didn't find her to be that attractive. So. And if you saw, like in shout out to AB the Hero again, he had a video several times showing what he meant by change gears. He's like, let's roll. He did the little sign, like, and I would tell you this. LaVar said this directly. He is not attracted to no damn Molly Kieran. He's not attracted to it. And he is straight up a committed man to Tina. Tina, it's all he talks about is Tina. I chose Tina. So this way that she tried to make it to be something else. Because you know what? All right, now this is me talking. This ain't LaVar talking. This ain't the camp talking. This is me talking. Women like that like attention, in my opinion. So Molly Kieran saw an opportunity to get attention. She was flattered over something that wasn't even to be flattered over because he was not talking about you in that fashion. He said, I can switch topics with you any day. And he's like, let's roll. So he did the switch gears thing. He didn't mean it as a sexual innuendo. She took it as that because why? That's the level her mind operates on. That's my opinion. Her mind operates on sexual innuendo. Because if she was a mature woman, she'd be like, okay, let's go to the next topic. And then after the fact, you ask, okay, so if you felt that way, well, LaVar, before you go, I mean, what do you mean by switch gears? You're like, oh, I just meant like change topics. And it's done. But when you got a childish mind, your childish mind it goes to your first mind. And your first mind is childish. And that's what you did. You made it something that it wasn't. You know it wasn't. But why? You want attention. You want attention. You made it and you doubled down on it and went further. Well, I'm just so glad ESPN has my back. That dude did not make no sexual advance to you. Come on now. So again, from how I observed it, and I asked my girl too, just to make sure I wasn't tripping. I told her the backstory. I let her watch it. She didn't think it was anything. And again, having talked to LaVar personally about this situation, this is off the record. So again, I won't say everything he said, but just know he's not attracted to that woman, man. And I will say this: he said he knew that people could read through the bullshit. He knew the streets would handle it because I want to say a publicist came to him about wanting to gloss over. He's like, nah, because I didn't mean nothing by that, and like my people gonna know what I meant by that, and leave it alone. And he faced no real vitriol unless my super, I get on y'all ass, y'all super liberals, and again, not political affiliation, ideologically liberals. They ran with it because there's something to run with, because why? You don't like him. So it was something that you could try to conjure upon his personal brand and call him out. All right, let's get to these questions. No, I did not get to see Jello, so I can't give a height assessment. I did see Lonzo. I did stand next to Lonzo. Lonzo is legit 6'6". I'm 6'7", 6'6" Me and Lonzo about the same height, so I can tell you that. And I would say Lavar is probably about 6'4", 6'5". I'm about an inch or two taller than him. So watch Jello stand up against Lonzo or Lavar, and that's your ear marker right there of height. Man, I appreciate that, man. I hope I get another chance too, man. And it's like good things come to those who wait. And I spent my day punching air, being frustrated. I'm over it. And it's about moving forward from this point. So if it happens again, cool. If not, this is a great experience that I can take from and move forward with. Because I got, again, a lot of inside knowledge about how LaVar is, how he thinks, how his boys are, how the family dynamic is. I mean, he invited me into several of his family members' houses, and there was love everywhere. And I gotta give credit where credit is due. Everybody wouldn't do that. Gave me these, so I got every live I'm on. I gotta give props to these slides. So these slides, they got the little shoe bottom, like so you don't slip and fall. That was his description about that. And it has like actual memory foam here. So these slides feel like tennis shoes. I'm not bullshitting. He gave me these shoes, off the strength. I come in, I got my G3s on. And I have my big baller shirt, so I spent a lot of money in the brand because I believe in building up black businesses. And he gave me and Ball Facts a free slides. These slides are like comfortable as shit. And again, I got polo slides, I got Nike slides. These right here, by far. So that $50 price tag is worth it. Like, so shameless plug. If y'all want some comfortable ass slides, y'all get some damn Big Baller brand slides because they made them to be that way. And I almost think they should repackage them how they advertise them. And really just go in on the fact that them shits are comfortable as hell. That's why he always wears slides when he's out. And I was like, why you got them slides on all the time? But that's all I'm saying. All right, let's see. Justin Singleton, another Hoop Jargon member, says they're out there like the Jacksons, building a family compound where everybody stays all about the family. Man, that's a perfect analogy, bro. Perfect analogy. That's how they roll. And y'all gonna respect it as they get older. Let me say that. It's gonna be a surprise to a lot of y'all how successful they are, man. You said Molly is a bum. I mean, I'm not a fan of hers at all. I wouldn't call her a bum, but I mean, I'm not a fan of her brand. She talks too much, and it's not a lot of there's not a lot of content that comes out of her mouth. It's just opinions and feelings for her. And I'm good. No offense to Jalen Rose, but I'm good if I didn't hear Molly Kieran talk anymore the rest of her life. All right, I met Eli Scott a couple of years back in person. The dude was built like a tank, 6'3", 6'4" at best. I thought he was taller, but he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people ain't that big, man. Like, humans, the average man is 5'10". So there's a lot of these gargantuan humans out here. I know me, I'm a freakishly tall guy. I don't feel that way because I'm a salesman, man. I don't walk around hooping no more. So I'm 6'6" in real life. And people are like, God damn, man, you tall. Like, I'll be forgetting because I don't think that way. All right, let's see. And thank y'all, man, for showing love out here, man. This is going better than I thought. So I really appreciate that because I know without the audio, it makes it harder to enjoy it, but I'm trying to fill it in with my just honest feedback as much as I can so you guys can enjoy the content. And, saying, hey, if let me say this, I'm a raging capitalist, man. So if you want to hit the super chat, you can, because I go on a lot of brothers' channels and I do super chat all the time because I show patience to the channel. So I will give you priority of your comment if you do that. So I do want to say that. Let's see. When you're around them, did you ever get a sense that Charlotte was an option for Zoe? Hell yeah. Shit yeah. I'm going to put a video up. So the little NBA short that I did, I thought this was LaVar saying that he wanted Zoe to go to Charlotte. Now, we'll never know. He never said what team he was meaning by this. But, yeah, this is video. Let me see. Let me look at my channel. Right now, this video is sitting at Okay, I'm at 1.3K subscribers. Appreciate y'all, man. It's been a tough grind, man. It's been a long road. All right, so I'm at 120K views on this video. Shit. Why is this going so slow? I'm sorry, y'all. Let it run again. So that's that interview situation. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, that's that video situation, and it was one where I didn't know exactly who he's talking about. So I thought, I mean, the reason why I put it out there Sunday, so people, because I know Lonzo was about to be a free agent, so I knew it would just cause like people to be guessing, and it was successful. I think that video will probably do about 1 million views when it's done. But it's genuine, it's honest. So I did think there was a chance he would go to Charlotte, especially with that shit he said. So yeah. Sandra says all good interviews. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay. Question about Gelo's mishap. Do you think Gelo's mishap at UCLA hurt his NBA chance early on? Because I feel like he should have been in early. Oh shit, yeah. You better believe your bottom dollar. It also affected LaMelo because LaVar. Here's the thing. Yeah, Cash App is on there, bro. Cash App at @ CFranks11. Hit that bad boy, man. I appreciate that if you do. You don't have to, but I don't. Hey, this is a capitalist page here, man. Again, I show love to pages, and DJ know I ain't lying. Who else have I dropped Cash Apps on? Well, in the Black Manosphere, I do a lot of channels. Little Big Nate being one of the pages I patronize a lot. Donovan Sharp. I give money to good product. I believe in that. Like, you should give money to good product. So, that Cash App there, man. So, the super chat button is not up yet. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, if you want to Cash App, it's right there, man. #CFranks11. All right, so yeah. So as far as the Gelo thing, yeah, I think the NBA wanted to punish him, or executives or scouts or whatever. They put the code red on him, like don't touch this kid. Yeah, of course. And then it didn't help again that LaVar took LaMelo out of high school, and then so it just was a code red to just 86 that whole ball initiative. So yeah, and that's why LaMelo got taken off the high school ranking board. Been a 5-star prospect to unranked. Come on now, you tell me the books weren't cooked. So, but LaVar, like a true businessman, he pivoted. He took his kids to Lithuania so they can get the experience. So that's why LaMelo, now as you see him, he ready. Like he took a job that 22, 23, 24, 30-year-olds would take at 16. Gelo's in there at 19 or 18 rather. They were experienced in the pro level at a young age. And so, and it did, now as far as from an experience standpoint, they learned how sucky it is to play overseas in Lithuania. And shout out to Carlos, man, one of LaVar's type bros. He's from Lithuania, speaks like 7 languages. Dude is super on point. He showed some of his presentations he had for the JBA and the production. It looked like Hollywood produced that shit. But Carlos, and he was just saying how like they played against men over there, like men who their livelihood is based on basketball. So it just prepared them. It prepared them. Oh, anything about JBA? You know what? I did not ask him if he wants to bring that back. Dang it. That's a great question, bro. I wish I would have asked him because I would love to see if he plans on regenerating that. I heard that he now this is conjecture that he's starting some basketball junior level stuff coming up the pipeline out there around Rancho Cucamonga. I believe that's what I heard. But you know what? It never occurred to me to ask him them kind of questions. Damn, I blew it. Okay, let's see. I don't think he's not giving Melo number 1. I don't think Nike not giving Melo number 1. Melo made this towards Nike, and Kyrie came out about not liking his shoe. Yeah, well, it ain't up to Nike to give Melo that jersey. It's up to the Hornets. So that's up to the NBA. That's an NBA issue. Yeah, but Kyrie, yeah, like I said, LaVar put a video out. If y'all look at my video, my second to last video I put out, I show him. So right before my microphone went out, it shows LaVar calling Kyrie out. Like, hey man, you don't like what's going on in Nike, come to Big Baller Brand. Because he wants to bring a lot of athletes under the label and get paid. And again, I pretty much akin it to like Koch Records. Koch Records did a good job, like in the late 2000s, is bringing artists in on an independent contract. So it's a major, basically, without a major deal. So you basically could bet on yourself. So if you had the following, you would get paid a lot on Koch Records. So that's what LaVar is offering for athletes. If you believe that your personal brand is as strong as it is, come to Big Baller Brand, get broke off. I think the split he said was 60-40 or something to that effect. You can get broke off a lot off your personal brand. And I think that's an excellent idea, man. But a lot of players don't trust themselves, though. They'll talk all that shit, but they don't trust themselves. So then there's that. Let's see. How's her recovery going, man? She's recovering good, man. She gets around a lot better. I was very surprised, man, about how she, again, her physical attributes. She has, and this is like a funny thing. She has like a very strong right hand, left hand. Her left hand's really strong because she only can, use that one. So she's really, really healthy, man. Really thriving in capacity in the way she puts together sentences a lot better. Like she can communicate fluidly. She can keep up with conversations, and not being fluid. And I will say, and LaVar stays on her to be proficient at speaking, because sometimes she does the little air talking thing, and LaVar like, I don't understand that. Tell me. And I relate to that because like my girl is not the best communicator. So when she tries to do stuff lazy, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Tell me. Nope. So all it does is it sets a standard of performance or expectation. So I think LaVar does an excellent job of doing that for her, man. I'm sure she appreciates that. All right. So did you guys talk about Jello? Do you think he would have stayed UCLA? He would have been more prepared for the league? Well, here's the thing. I don't think so. I think how can I put it? I don't think so. Now, if you asked me this question 15 years ago, I would say, hell yeah. College is the way to go. College is what you do after high school. Division I is what you do after high school. After playing Division I myself, playing overseas, observing other players go alternative routes, a la Emmanuel Mudiay, Jeremy Tyler, Brandon Jennings, LaMelo Ball. No, you can prepare for the league. If you're good enough for the league, you're good enough for the league. And that's something Kobe Bryant was saying too, man. If you're good enough, you're good enough. So I don't think going to UCLA would have made him no better if he was already ready. If he already what he was at the time. So I don't think that's it's necessary. Let me put it that way. I don't think it's necessary. Let me restart the stream. I see a lot of y'all trickling in later, man. I appreciate y'all. Real talk. I really appreciate y'all. So no, I don't think so. I think him going overseas playing JBA was just fine for his development. It's just fine. Just fine. Oh man. See, man, they hold me, man. They don't give me the super chat. Well, I appreciate y'all rocking me, even though I don't got a super chat option, man. That's crazy. You would think my super chat should be working, but it's not, so it's cool. All right, let's see. Let me catch up with these questions quick. I'm sorry, man. Y'all in here cooking, man. Y'all in here in rare form right now, man. I appreciate y'all. Yes, sir. The Triple B shoes are fire. So happy that I have the original release. Absolutely. Absolutely. Damn, man, this is making me click all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get y'all comments, man. All right, so Keith Smith says, great work, Hoop Jargon. I appreciate that, my brother. All right, hold on. We got some George with the $5 super chat. My man, appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's what's up, man. And all this stuff really gonna go to the channel. I want to get like a green screen and get a better. So I do have a better mic. I need to start using it. have a better setup. I'm gonna work on all that. So yeah, y'all super chat gonna go to the channel. We may go to a little meal every now and then. So it's gonna go to a worthy cause. Let me put it that way. Because a lot of people be on here. Now let me say this. A lot of people be on here lying. Like, oh, all of the proceeds go into the channel. No, it don't. You go to your lifestyle. Like, listen, guys. Again, I'm unabashedly about what my intentions are to do this. It's to get compensated and to give you content that you want to listen to. Because when I look at people's pages, I don't care about how much money they're making. One, for example, Kevin Samuels. I watch his channel all the time. This dude make on a given show and make $10,000 on super chats and all that. I'm not mad at him for that. He's already a millionaire. I'm not mad at him for making more money for putting out a show that I watch that TV show like I used to watch Maury Povich. I watch Kevin Samuels the same way. Like when they come on, I'm ready. So why shouldn't he be compensated for that? Because Maury Povich is. You know them dudes like on these TV shows get millions of dollars per episode and shit like that. So why do we think in this space you can't make money off this? Like when we're providing a service. Now I'm not saying this is Hollywood quality. Obviously no sound, but we out here doing what we can do. You know what I mean? With the resources that we're given, the opportunities we're given. I'm a raging capitalist, and nobody can ever shame me out of that. And that's why, again, I practice what I preach. I go and I pay money on other people's channels. Because if it's a good product, you should be compensated for it because you're taking time out of your day to do this. That's just me. All right, let's see. Justin Singleton says Jalen Green and LaMelo both benefit from playing grown men straight out of high school. They know how to be pros and can pivot. Absolutely. Great. Man, I got to give me a soundboard, man. I would get you a Don DeMarco, that mic drop Don DeMarco. Hold on. I'm a ghetto rigger today. Let me see Don DeMarco. Let's see. Dumb. Don DeMarco sound. Uh-oh. I think it's it. Get the Don DeMarco. There you go. You got the Don DeMarco, man. Great comment, brother. We're going to rig it until this is like normal place. All right. Studio Bauhaus says UCLA was not going to do him right. Yeah, I think so. And LeVar was saying, like, how long are you going to suspend him? You couldn't give him an answer. He pulled his kids. You can't be mad at that. And you definitely can't be mad at it because LaMelo only went on to be number 3 pick in the NBA draft, rookie of the year. All of y'all geniuses. Woody Page, I'm talking to you. You know Woody Page blocked me on Hoop Jargon. I'm sorry, Hoop Jargon on Twitter. Because I got his ass about his dumb opinion about what he was saying about LaMelo and Jello. The careers were ruined when he took him out of UCLA. He took him out of Chino Hills. Now he look like an idiot now. And I called him out. I didn't cuss him. I didn't say nothing derogatory towards him. I blocked him because he knew he was wrong. And he's like, well, let me know next time LaMelo is in an all-star game. And so I tried to find him again to talk about him winning Rookie of the Year, and guess who got blocked? You know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, Sandra Lang says, doing great. I really appreciate that. All right, Studio Bauhaus says, dudes in the summer league, college dudes in summer league playing like crap right now. Well, there's some hooping, but, you know, people who are quote-unquote college ready, some of them kind of dropping the ball a little bit. And I would say Mac McClung is hooping. You know, he went to 2 schools, Georgetown and Texas Tech. So, I mean, that's not necessarily true, but I understand. Excuse me. I understand the sentiment. All right, Ray X Vortex says, what's up, Hoop Jargon? What's up, bro? Appreciate you patronizing the stream. Appreciate it. Man, y'all in here heavy, man. I thought this would be like a 30-minute out live, but you know, hey, I'll give y'all what y'all want. I'm off today, so as they say, I got time today. People not taking into account Jello hasn't played 3 years. Imagining his improvement off his season. I'm sorry, this offseason. Yeah, and he also had an ankle injury that he's overcome too. So he's ready. His body is ready, man. And LeVar, man, I gotta say this. LeVar said, man, I made them boys to be winners. And he's like, Jello is ready. Jello gonna be a great player. Like, let him play. LeVar really means this. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm the kind of guy I read energy. So that got me walking back against my evaluation of Jello that, you know, his father has prepped him to be who he is. Like with Melo now, Melo, I can see the translatable talent easier, even when he was younger. I was like, okay, that works next level. Like, and I was one of the first. Y'all look at one of my first few videos at the bottom, like 4 years ago, when they went to Lithuania, I said LaMelo Ball is gonna be an NBA star. I was like, no question, because the one thing I questioned was his shot selection. When I saw he became a pass first point guard when he was 16, I was like, oh, it's done. It's done. That's the only thing I had a problem with. Now his defense was trash, but I'm like, all 16-year-olds have trash defense. Like, I coached middle school, high school level. None of them dudes can play defense. You got to teach that, and eventually you'll get it, especially if you're that ahead of the game like LaMelo is. All right. Obasi says, I'm so sorry. I got to catch up on these comments, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, and I'm dropping the bag a little bit. Do you think Zoe will end up on the Hornets? Woo. He signed a 4-year deal. If he ends up on the Hornets, it'll be a situation where the Hornets, well, the Bulls are just doing him not the right way, and he forces out that contract, and he signs a minimal deal to the Hornets. That's the only way I see that happening in the foreseeable future. But again, Zoe's what, 23? He ain't gonna be that old when his contract's up. So is it a possibility? Of course. I think Jordan, if anybody can understand the possibility. So I hope so. I hope so. I'll say that. All right. Punisher says, what about Ball and the family? I think they are done with that endeavor. And without going into specifics, LaVar did comment on this on our little candid conversation. He was like, the money didn't make sense. And then they made millions off the show each season. But he found out that they weren't doing him right. Let me put it that way. They weren't doing him right. So I doubt we're still in the Ball family. That's the thing, man. When you get privy to the game and you see how the money splits go, you see people who don't do nothing getting more money than you off of your back. Sometimes you gotta explore different options, man. So, and then I would say this too: LaVar don't. Again, it was millions of dollars they got per year doing that. He's like, I don't even want that money. So when you got the opportunity to turn down millions of dollars, let's show you what you got going. Your time is more valuable somewhere else. So y'all shake that out from there. I know it's off topic, but I still enjoy that interview you did with Cynthia Cooper. She dropped so many gems. Yes, she did. If y'all want to go back, I call Cooper this all the time. Cooper's the female Michael Jordan. Go to my stream it's my first interview on this channel, I want to say, maybe the second. And I had Cynthia Cooper on there. Coop dropping gems, man. And this is back when I still learned the craft of how to interview people. But Coop was on there dropping gems, man. Y'all go back and check that out. Shout out to my boy Fahara, man. He said, proud of you, brother, man. Appreciate you. Proud of you too, man. You doing your thing with the Roku. Yeah, and y'all sub to my boy, man, Fahara Vision. And also on his Instagram, man. He's putting that info out at a high clip. I see you done turned it up, bro. You've been turning it up on Instagram, man. So that's the game, man. You got to stay relevant, stay active. Now, on my Instagram, I got a decent little following. Instagram is the third level, I think. I think YouTube first, Facebook. Then if I get around to Instagram and then Twitter, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be ignoring Twitter. But I had a tweet go viral yesterday about Jello. So it's just funny, man, the shit that take off and the shit that don't. They had like, 5? I'll look it up. I live in a receipt-based world. I know because anybody can be on these streams just talking. I like to show y'all what I'm talking about. So my latest tweet, 757 likes, 175 retweets about Jello Ball being a pro now. Like, he's a pro. Now, again, I said in what capacity, I can't say. But you can't be saying this dude can't play at the NBA level. Shoot the fire at that ball. Got the instinct, got the ability. If you don't give him a lot of minutes, he's still gonna find a way to be productive. That's an NBA player, man. Sorry. All right. So next question. Chris, Summer League isn't showing Jello's game at all because Jello's the main roster. He get at least 8 3 attempts. He's also gets quick bucket from LaMelo's full court passes. And that's kind of LaVar's theory, man. LaVar's like, man, if my boys play together, they all know how to play with each other. So LaMelo gonna get it up to him quick. Lonzo gonna get it up to Jello quick, and Jello gonna knock the shot down. Or if Jello ain't got the shot, he's gonna give it right back to his brothers. It's gonna be showtime. He's like, you're gonna be scoring so fast, you ain't gonna know what to do with him. That's LaVar's whole thing. Playing fast, putting teams off of their comfort zone. And another example is when they were young, they played against I think he said they played in Florida, some big tournament, and they wanted to try to put them out. So they put them against some hard teams, and they knocked out 3 hard teams playing fast. And I think one of the games, I'm sorry, LaVar, if I'm misquoting you, but it was something to the effect they had 2 like 7-footers or some of that effect. He was like, well, we'll see how they'll run. Ran them out the goddamn gym, just running, just playing their game, which is run and gun. Boys couldn't keep up. So that's the way you eliminate height is with speed. You eliminate height with speed, and that's what LaVar is. And he's like, Jello knows his place. He knows how to feed off his brothers. So you put him out there, you're making his brothers the better version of themselves. And I think there's validity to that. Here's why. Because when a normal group of NBA guys, you got guys who are either selfish, they're there for their own motive, or they aren't necessarily chemistry guys. They're just talent. So if I can tell you, on the break, go short corner, go deep corner, I'm going to give it to you. Man, I don't want it right there. I want it at the top of the key. I want to bring it down. So when you got all that kind of shit going, it does mess up camaraderie. So LaVar is saying like he knows how to play with his brother. So put him out there. You're gonna be surprised because all he know how to do is score. That's all he know. That's all I taught my boy how to do is score. He know that he's smart. So I would think that'd be a good look, to be honest. Nicole Rose said Woody Page been a clown. He's a clown, man. I find Woody Page very entertaining. But yeah, he's a clown because he couldn't take that heat. He couldn't take that heat when I got on his ass. All right. I'm sorry. My chats are loading slow, y'all. Stream y'all. Come on, get together. All right. Jello is shooting that with 100%. Absolutely. They say Jello is the best shooter of the bunch. You think he'd be a Steph Curry type? Seth Curry type. Oh, I think at worst, of course. Of course he can. He got a flame on him, man. He can shoot that thing from distance with no problem. I think we've all seen that. And a lot of people were worried about could he do it NBA level, and he's shown he can do that. So yeah, I don't see at minimum why he couldn't be that. I don't see a reason at all. All right, Studio Bauhaus says, why don't they give Jello's JBA performance more credit than like college? Because the JBA represented him going rogue from the system. So JBA was his father in their eyes talking shit and going against the system. This is why the system, they all pay each other. All the systems pay each other. High school basketball feeds into college, the NCAA. The NCAA feeds into the NBA system. So they all work intermittently to keep these athletes not paid and keep the product thriving. That's why it make it hard to transfer. It make it hard to go from college to college. The transfer portal, I think LaVar's idea, it took the cap off that. Now players got full fluidity to move, but it wasn't always like that. It was not always like that. It was hard. And shout out to my boy Mikael Gladness. He talked about he planned to leave the draft. Leave Alabama A&M the year early because his name was so hot. This dude, and he blocked 2 of my shots in this streak. He had 29 blocks in 2 games when we played against us at Prairie View and Texas Southern. So his name was hot. He came back for his senior year when he should have left. But his coach talked him into staying. And that's why he didn't get drafted, but he ended up getting picked up by the Miami Heat after he went to the G League or whatever. So point is, it's just a lot invested of guys staying in college because the system, it gets coaches paid, it gets the school paid. They'll talk all this shit about how these programs are breaking even, and it's a lie. It's a lie. You can't break even, but you can pay Coach Calipari, Coach K, several $1 million a year, but your program is breaking even. Yeah, all right. That makes sense. All right, so 47 say Jello shooting that ball with. I'm so sorry. These comments are loading slow, man. Come on, man. StreamYard, get together, man. In the summer league, yeah, his stroke was good, man. Agreed. All right, Nicole Rose says. Sorry, Mama. Let's get this thing loaded up. Boom, boom, boom. HJ, if you had to guess, you think Jello would be on the main roster or G League to get called up from there? Triple B water, and is Triple B water still a go? All right, I'm gonna show you that I can tell you. Hold on. All right. This is the channel of many receipts. So I'll start with the second question. Triple B water, yes. Triple B water is coming to stores. LeVar told me they should be at like Albertsons. I think that's the first people gonna carry it. So yeah, Triple B water is going. It is really good. I drank it, but I kept my commemorative bottle. So Triple B water is going down. Believe that. Yes. It's gonna be very, very, very in your face very soon. All right, second question. If you had to guess, you think Jello will be on the main roster? I think if Michael Jordan is smart, you keep your birds and star happy, and you feel a need on your roster, which is shooting, which is IQ, which is a player who is selfless. Because as we know with the Charlotte Hornets, it was a lot of me guys in that locker room last year. I think we all can understand that. And I'll put it like this. I was privy to information to know that to be a fact. A lot of me guys in that organization. So why would you not bring in a guy who's shown he can shoot? Now, I'm not going to use the word elite just yet, but he can shoot proficiently at the NBA level from the three-point range. I don't see a reason you don't put him on the team. And if Charlotte fumbles that bag, somebody is going to take Jello. In my opinion, somebody going to take Jello because he's shown, even if his shot ain't falling, he can impact the game using his body, putting himself on the line. It's just, activity, man, is a huge part of basketball that nobody really likes to give credit for. But activity is what forms the minutia that is the NBA successful program. So from what I watched with Jello, I would like to see his lateral movements increase. But from all that time down he had, you can work on that shit. Up here is where Jello is really good. He's real good here with that touch pass he did with the rebound to the big, and he dunked it. I rewatched a Magic Johnson highlight film where a young guy watched Magic Johnson because he didn't know Magic Johnson was like that. Magic Johnson damn it made one of the same plays. It's like a quick rebound assist. And that's what Jello did, because that's basically you seeing the play happen before it happens, and you need guys like that on your team, because even if a guy could see it first, most wouldn't give it up. They would try to score it themselves. So I like how unselfish he is, how smart he is, and he can shoot that thing with great proficiency, and he can use his body really well. You know what I'm saying? Getting some of those muddy, those tough buckets. So he should. Did I ask him about being sued? We very briefly talked about Alan Foster. It wasn't a lot. He didn't have a lot to say about him. Like he's not that guy who really relishes in the past. He's like, man, he ain't in our circle no more, man. he didn't really like harp on it, to be frank with you. So did I ask the exact question? No, I didn't. But yeah, I don't think he gives a damn about that part of it. All right, Chris says, you can load your comment. Sorry, man. Come on along. There we go, StreamYard. Get together. All right, Joe lateral quickness isn't fully there because he isn't 100% finesse. He was 215 coming to the draft in 18. Now he's 230. he goes to 220 muscle, I'd be a little more quick athletic. Yeah, it's a lot to carry. He's a well-built guy. So lateral quickness is kind of indicative, let me say that, to that type of frame. So yeah, him slimming down will definitely improve that. Doing that band work, all that. So I mean, he's still a young guy. Like, that's shit you can work on. That's shit you can work on. Can you play? Are you smart enough? Can you shoot? He can do that. Even coach mentioned trimming down for the Hornets. Yep. All right. Call me Fahu says. God, these comments are a little so slow, man. I'm so sorry, y'all. I saw LaMelo AAU highlights again. Crazy how his game looked so advanced at moments. Yeah, man, look, LaMelo he got a full bag, man. He went from that little push shot, shooting from distance. When he shot from it's funny too. I watched a YouTube short, and LaMelo shoot from half court. Guys start guarding him at half court, like contesting the shots from half court. He's still hitting them. This is one thing to step up, let some guys shoot half court shots. They start like closing out on him shooting half court. Ain't that some shit? That's crazy, man. So you can see the love his family have. It's truly amazing. Triple B's. Yes. They are a loving family, man. Like, it ain't no game. If it was a game, they put this elaborate scheme on to impress me and Ball Facts, and I doubt that. That's just not humanly possible. They are legit a loving family, and they're a tight family. Everything is family. So, yeah, man. See, how would that work with selfish Gordon Hayward? Well, Gordon Hayward gonna have to humble himself real quick. Gordon Hayward, one thing of a good leader, which I view him as a leader, you got to know when it's time to do less. Less is more. That's one of my problems I got with Russell Westbrook. Sometimes you got to know less is more. So I think Gordon Hayward's going to have to understand this year that less is more. We don't need you to be the I'm gonna say sign him for the $100 million man. You ain't got $100 million game. It's the LaMelo Ball team. You need to work within the framework, bro. Let's see. Just to see you right. Activities not appreciated as PJ Tucker made a career. The aspect is now a champion. There you go. PJ Tucker's a champion. He's a champion. And until I always say, man, PJ Tucker is one of the worst pros I played against. I played against UT my junior year. PJ Tucker was not that good. Now he had like 20 that game, but it was when I guarded him, I was just like, the game was sloppy. Like I was just like, oh, this dude right here. But in that same game, LaMarcus Aldridge was playing too. And I couldn't do nothing with that dude. I couldn't do nothing with that dude. I couldn't do nothing with him, bro. Okay, I've watched old Jordan highlights going over taller players. Oh yeah, Jordan's that dude, man. One thing I do see is LeBron James fans are trying to reverse engineer history like they always do, and they're trying to say Scottie Pippen was the linchpin of that team. It just couldn't be any more off base. Scottie Pippen, nah. Scottie Pippen was a great addition to Michael Jordan's team, and Scottie Pippen was a great defender. He's a great talent, very athletic, very smart. That's the kind of guy you want to complement your best player. But to insinuate that Pip did the workload and not Jordan, you got your rabbit ass mind. We saw what happened when Pip had opportunities to be the leader. He either didn't want it, pouted, couldn't do it. That's just facts. Y'all know the famous Tony Kukoc situation that Pip allowed to happen because he was acting like a little bitch. Yeah, and I respect Scottie Pippen. I love his skill set. I like guys who appreciate the work. Pip gonna do the work. That's why Dennis Rodman, crazy ass, I appreciate him because he do the work. He do the work. Dog, Dennis Rodman is 6'9", led the NBA in rebounds many years. And it ain't because he was the most athletic. Dennis Rodman used to go let somebody shoot and he just rebound. So that helped him learn about trajectory on a high clip. Now, let's be honest. Who do you know goes, it's always the opposite way, right? Yo, bro, you mind get my rebounds for me? It's not like, yo, bro, you get your shots up. I'm going to just rebound. Who does that? Nobody. But Dennis Rodman was obsessed with learning the art of rebounding. And rebounding, coaches will tell you this all the time. A lot of it is want to. It's want to. It's, of course, you got to learn technique, learn to swim out of a box out and shit like that. But you got to want to go get the rebound. So if you understand positioning, your want to is there, a.k.a. your motor, you're going to rebound at a high level. And that's what Dennis Rodman did. So I always respect guys like that, man, because they ain't for everybody. Let's see. Obasi says he has to beat out Kelly Oubre. On Inception, yeah. The way I see it is just get him on the team, man, because what generally happens, the best situation shake out. So if the Martin twins are on there, there's no reason Jello Ball should be on there. I'm sorry. The Martin twins are that damn good. That's just my opinion. So eventually the cream rises to the top, man. I'm not saying you give him anything. I'm saying put him out there, let him earn his keep. It's the NBA. I call it the 1 of 1, the 1% of the 1%. 1% of high schools go to Division I basketball. The other 1% of that D1 populace goes to the NBA. It's elite. It's elite group. So I'm not saying nobody deserves a goddamn thing, but I think based on what I'm seeing and based on what the Hornets need, put them out there. All right, Chris says, have I seen the Borrego interviews? I'm sorry. It didn't load all the way. Come on. All right, have you seen the Borrego interviews? I think they're trying to make Melo pass first, man. Melo is a scorer and a playmaker. No team should stop that. I have not seen the interviews, but I don't mind LaMelo being pass first. Why? Because that's going to get other guys involved. And LaMelo, the way his mind works from what I've observed, he going to get his. He's not worried about that. Like, so that's why I like his game so much, because a lot of things, because guys, point guard, your job is to be the coach on the floor. And LaMelo and Lonzo, they do a real good job of like selflessness. Like because they understand to win, it's not just me. Like my guys got to get going. And that's how LaMelo and Lonzo are. And so in this situation specifically, I have no problem being passed first, because any hooper with an instinct, and LaMelo has a killer instinct, he going to get guys going first, and then he going to start eating. That's just how he thinks. He's not going to sit there and just pass the whole game. He ain't going to do that. And what he does, and here's how I can put it in layman's terms. He going to keep the defense honest. That's what LaMelo Ball is going to do. So I'm not worried about it at all. That's what they want to call it. They can call it whatever the fuck they want to call it. Like, let them go out there and eat. Let them go out there and cook. It don't matter what they want to call it. Let him go do his thing, man. That kid's special, man. He knows how to be a leader of men on top of all that. So I'm not worried about that at all, to be frank. All right, Rap God says, can Jello become a team leader? Well, I would say this, from the mental makeup that his father instilled in him and his mother instilled in him, I don't see why not. They're natural leaders, all three of them. They just lead in their own way. Jello ain't a big talker. He more, I'm gonna just do it, and y'all follow what I'm doing. Kind of like Lonzo too. Now I think you're gonna see Melo this year gonna be more verbal. You can kind of see him getting on his teammates' ass last year, commanding that respect. That's just what he is. He's a wild child. He's the person who's gonna be more demonstrative with his words. So that's what I think with that. All right, Nicole Rose says, how was the breakfast? Man, the breakfast is good, man. He made sausage. I'm trying to find the video. He made sausage, eggs, and like a cinnamon waffle. And things were good, man. Like, so I'm not a big waffle guy like that. And sometimes I eat like a little bird, man. I don't know what the hell wrong with me, but it was I told him I would. He got a picture of the actual breakfast. Where's that? So he put it together, man. LaVar threw down, man. LaVar threw down. I told him, I said, if that shit trash, I'm gonna tell you. The video I was. So he said, I don't know if y'all can hear the audio, but he was saying, he's like, I told him I'm gonna hold him to your standard. He's like, man, you better hold me to it. So that's how he is, man. He's a fun-loving guy, man, for real. And that's when I first met him. Like it was right off rip. We kind of had the little synergy going. Okay, so which brother you think is the most like LaVar? It seems Melo is most like LaVar. You know what? They all like him in a certain way. I would say Jello is most like LaVar, as far as just being like a controlled, stature-wise, just how you come off to a person. I would say Jello is most like him. Now, as far as talking, oh yeah, that's LaMelo for sure. That's LaMelo is mostly. Y'all remember when they went to the WWE and LaMelo like beat them guys. That's that's how LaVar talk off camera, man. He is a man's man. Let me put it that way. It's somebody you would be instantly comfortable talking with, and you know that all right, the ops ain't watching me talk. Like this dude is a straight up and down dude. That's what I would say. LaVar Ball is a straight up and down dude. So. All right, well, if y'all got any more questions, I'll do it, man. Y'all on here tough, man. I'm going way long. I thought again, I thought this would be a 30-minute video. I'm out, but I'm for whatever questions y'all got going forward. But just to recap, I think the family is extremely genuine. LaVar is what you see is what you get. He is not an act. He's not like, oh, when the camera on, let me be like this. No, that's not LaVar. He has the ultimate faith in his boys, because why? He trained them to be that way. He trained them to be the next Jordan. He's like, somebody gotta be better than Jordan. Why not you? And I know that's blasphemy to a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all don't push yourself that way. You're not used to being in a space where you're gonna hold yourself to a real stringent standard. LaVar holds his kids to that standard. Like, you're not gonna shortcut your way to greatness. You put the work in. You're not going to shortcut greatness. You got to get there. And that's why he spent so much time with Tina being a teacher. He was at home training the kids and the neighborhood kids, starting a business, the big baller training business he had. And the kids were the number 1, 2, and 3 pupils of that training process. And look what we see now. So I always say that, let me leave y'all with this before I peace. If y'all are raising future athletes, then I would akin the way he raised his boys is like an apprenticeship. And if you don't know what an apprenticeship is, it's basically when a master of his craft has a young person learn everything, the ins and outs of what it takes to be, let's say, a blacksmith. So every day you learn to be a blacksmith. Every day. Now you may learn some general study stuff in the mix of it, but every day I'm going to be a blacksmith. You see it with a lot of Middle Easterners who, like, during the summertime, they'll bring their kids over to help run the convenience stores, whatever. You learn the business of running a convenience store. And y'all know that's very lucrative money-wise. People like talk about people working at Quickie Mart. That's a very lucrative business, owning convenience stores. Let me say that. So it's an apprenticeship. So he held them to a standard, like, I'm gonna show some footage we got at the old house in Chino Hills that y'all saw with ESPN, and he showed where the kids used to shoot from. And I'm gonna put some video together with that. Obviously, I got to narrate over because my damn sound. He was like, you can't come in the house till you make 100 threes from 3 positions. You can't come in the house, not shoot 100. You got to make 100. You can't come in until you do it. So he basically put them through boot camp, as it were. So now all this shit right here is easy. All this is easy. They went through a stringent phase in the young formative years, and that's what made them who they are today. And so I would say, if you're raising kids, man, if you want to mimic the success of LaVar, you better put their ass through it. You can't just half-ass do it and just think it's just gonna metastasize organically. No, it's not. The chances are it's not. It's the 1% of the 1% that makes the NBA. Y'all remember that shit. I'll be waiting for the Ball family 30 for 30. Man, they got an interesting story, man. On many levels. Absolutely. Let's see. You think Jello trained with anybody famous on a 3-year layoff? Well, I don't know. I can't speak on something I don't know about. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Super Team VIP says LaVar is a genius. So is Tina. Absolutely. They hoopers. Tina and LaVar are hoopers. Well, LaVar more so he didn't play sports until 10th grade. And Big Gang talked about this when I met Big Gang. He's like he didn't push sports to his boys like that. But it's like when they got in 10th grade, they could pick what they wanted. And LaVar, I gotta give him credit. Everybody brings up him averaging 2 points at Washington State under Kelvin Sampson. But I asked the same person, do you know how hard it is to go play in the Pac-10? To get a scholarship, to play ball? Y'all think they just give those out? So the fact you were good enough to get a scholarship, excuse me, tells me all I need to know. He went to Cal State LA after that, did well. Then he went to the NFL, played under he played at the Panthers. Well, he was on the practice squad for the Panthers and the Jets, I believe. And he came in under the Jets, and Pete Carroll was his guy. And Pete Carroll ended up leaving. I think he said Bernie Kotite came in, and then it kind of messed things up. One of the tight end coaches went over to Carolina, and they picked LaVar up like that. That's how that happened for him because he was just such a great athlete. He was a natural athlete. Now, he talked about how he dive in the pool like Flipper and all that. Now, I don't know how true that is. He can do the triple and double gainers and shit. Like, he just was a natural athlete. Now, that's something you need to ask LaVar yourself, but that's just what he is. And that's why his kids inherited so much of that. Again, from Tina as well. Tina was a hooper. Tina's about 6 foot tall. She is a hooper. So they are made of the right stuff from a genetic standpoint. Like, it's not even close. They're made from the right stuff. So, and this is like something he planned out forever for them. So let me say that. Nicole Rose says, has Jello been training with Jermaine Jackson? That I do not know. I would assume if he's in Charlotte, he better be. Shit. Well, he's in Vegas right now, but he was in Charlotte for an extended period of time. So I don't see why he wouldn't have. You better use your brother's resources. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Call Me Fahu says, can I explain Jello's game? Why is he worth? Come on, StreamYard. Why is he worth signing? Okay, so now I'm going off of here's the thing. There's Chino Hills, JBA, Jello, and then there's a Jello that's right now. Jello has always been, from what I've seen, a scorer. He's a guy who high IQ, can shoot at a high clip, and is unselfish. Led to him being a 3-star candidate. I know it's not 5 like his other two brothers. 3 stars is damn good too. 3-star guys go to the NBA. Let me say that. Where he is now, what I've seen from the summer league, still shoot at a very high clip. He's a guy who can mix it up, and when he necessarily doesn't get the shot attempts, he's going to impact the game in other ways. Now, I think his lateral quickness, he can work on that, but I mean, nobody's a perfect player, so I don't expect that. My thing is, with his age, being young, what can you contribute right now to a team? And right now, I see him being able to be a sharpshooter because he's – and one thing, too, if you listen to him talk, he said that, man, I ain't trying to force nothing. I'm just waiting for my shot. Man, let the game come to me. A lot of guys his age don't talk like that, man. Y'all got to understand this. Their mindset is all over the place. Their mindset is, I got to be the best. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Jello's like, man, I'm focused on what I can control. And that shows a lot of maturity. So when you want a guy to come in and fill a role, mental maturity is a huge aspect of that. And so I think the value that Jello adds to the team is he has the mental acuity and maturity. He got the flame on him. We know that. And he has the basketball know-how, and he has a body where he can mix it up. And so a lot of teams lose games too with 50-50 balls. Jello got the frame, and he has the want to go get 50-50 balls and make something happen. Those win you games. So with all those things as a combination, and if you put him on the team with his brothers, he knows what they're gonna do. So he has the, when you say people say you view things steps ahead, Jello got that as advantage, and he's only the brother to the rookie of the year who's gonna be a problem in this league going forward, right? So he has that at his advantage. And it's funny too. LaVar will tell you this. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he on the team," because my viral tweet yesterday. They said, "Oh, he on the team. This is his brother." LaVar will tell you. So what? Nepotism is a thing. You're supposed to take advantage of nepotism. You see these big Fortune 500 companies that hire family and shit like that. Like, so what? Of course you're supposed to do that. What's the problem with that? I don't understand like how that's a bad thing. That's how the world works. So yeah, man. So I think Jello will be a good asset going forward, man, in those ways. And then as this game keeps improving, he may evolve to just a killer offensive threat like he's been in high school, like he's been in the JBA. So, but you got to get your roots in first. And once you get your roots established, you can take off to all kind of things because why? You got your baseline down. So how do I explain Jello being such a good passer? Well, shit, that's a family business, getting the ball up. All of them do that. You know, because, again, when I knew LaMelo would be special is when he started passing first. Because I didn't think that was in his game. I saw him just shooting half-court threes when I first was just watching. I didn't watch him a lot. So when I saw him being passed first, I was like, okay, but that seems to be in talking to Lavar. That's how he trained him to be. So his passing, like, it was mandatory. You couldn't be nothing else but a great passer. Looking up court to beat the defense, man. And any coach will tell you, bro, the ball would travel faster than any human. I remember my coach showed this, like one of my point guards who he would not pass the ball. He was like, all right, I want you to run down here and back. And I want you to beat the ball. Through that mug. Of course, he ain't going to beat the ball. The ball going to beat you. You can't run faster than the ball. And so I think LaVar did a great job of teaching his kids that shit. And yeah, so Bossy coming with the gems of knowledge, saying Steph Curry was a 3-star. Jimmy Butler was a 3-star. Dame Lillard was a 3-star. And Turtle Westbrook was a 3-star. There you go. And I got, Dame, I go even further, man. Dame Lillard. I told the story a few times on this channel, but I'll tell it again. When I was coaching at Prairie View, we played in the UCLA tournament. First game we played UCLA. We lost. That's when they had Drew Holiday and Darren Collison on that team. The next day we played Weber State. Dame Lillard didn't even start for Weber State. I went back and looked at that box score like a few weeks ago. Matter of fact, I told y'all this is a receipt-based channel here. Let's see, Weber State, Prairie View, A&M. So this is, again, like, there's a lot of white dudes on that team, man, and Dame Lillard did not stand out to me at all. So we lost this game. This was, what day was this? Coaches versus Cancer thing was going on. We lost 68-78 to Weber State. I hope y'all can see that. All right, let's go to the box score. So this was my second year coaching at Prairie View. And shout out to my boy Darnell. He was doing his thing on that team. All right, so who was on this team? Ivory. All right, so you look on here, Dame Lillard. Y'all see him 18 minutes coming off the bench. Y'all see it? I like to provide receipts, man, because, he had 8 points on 2 of 5 of shooting, 3 assists. Didn't really have an impactful game. I didn't even remember from the game. So that's Dame Lillard's stat line when I coached against him. Didn't really stand out. Was a nobody. Look at him now. You understand me? Look at him now. So it ain't the point I'm making is not always where you start is where you finish. If you got the ability in you, who knows what you can do? Who knows what you can do? So I think, he has the framework. He has the makeup. We've shown that you give him limited minutes, he's still going to impact the ball game. So I think Jello Ball more than has his place, a place in the NBA. Now, I know nothing to give in the NBA, but I think if Michael Jordan is smart, which I know he is let me step back a second. He ain't always the smartest with roster construction, but I know he is a good businessman. And if he's smart enough, him putting Westbrook on there, I'm sorry, LiAngelo Ball. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments. It threw me off a little bit. He should definitely have LiAngelo Ball part of his future plans. If nothing else, is to keep his future version of star happy, which is LaMelo Ball. So Yeah. Let me say it that way, man. And so, man, and as I wrap this stream, and I just want to thank y'all so much. If y'all want to bless the Cash App one more time, you can at $C Franks. I'll be out here working for y'all, man. And I spent a week wondering how I was going to put this message out that I got this interview with Lavar that I can't play because I look like a clown. But at the end of the day, I'm an amateur photographer. I bought this nice camera that I'm still learning. And that's just the reality, man. So if you donate to the channel, it goes to stuff like that. Me buying a camera. It's $1,200 camera I bought. Because I wanted to put good content out for you guys. Now it blew up in my face like Wile E. Coyote. It didn't work properly because I didn't, do the audio correctly. But I mean that's just that's life, man. You can't always have it your way, man. Some stuff in life is just not gonna pop off the proper fashion, and you got to be able to move forward and do better, man. So as I go back into single view, I'll end the chat with saying thank y'all so much, man. If y'all have not subscribed to the channel, please do that. If you have not liked the stream, like that does help out a lot with the algorithm, with my page being monetized. That's crazy. I don't have a super chat now. So I'm glad y'all told me that. Damn, I thought I had a super chat, bro. King C, I appreciate that, man. You always showing love to the channel, man, and I do appreciate that. Because one thing, this is not a ball channel. I don't run a ball channel, but I run a basketball channel, football channel, sports channel, but I'm heavily invested into the upward mobility of the Ball family. So when I got an opportunity, I'm going to cover the family because I find them very captivating. I find me having intimate information, it makes me want to go harder for it, but this is not a ball channel. So I don't want cheap views. I want perspective being shared on this channel. And that's just how I am. Any content creator do what the hell they want to do. That's their prerogative, like Bobby Brown said a long time ago. So with that being said, thank y'all so much, guys. Keep showing love. I'll keep showing love back. And that's just how we're going to rock it out, man.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. I'm going to add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon.